insect machine warriors. I want them to be like I want them to have developed technology and still have absolutely no fucking idea that they or the technology exists. Like just straight up like a mushroom colony that's designing a subway that has absolutely no fucking idea that it is even a mushroom or is designing anything at all. You know what I mean? Like it is beyond clueless. It's not even like it views us as like prey or it doesn't understand that we're conscious. It's like it has no
Does that
fucking
indicate
idea
that
whatsoever
an
what it is.
intelligence is controlling it to do that?
No, in the same way, like what would you say that a mushroom has an intelligence controlling it? No, you
Well,
wouldn't.
I'm
It's just like no.
saying, it to make the subway, as in it has that purpose. A person did that.
What do you mean? It has
So
that
in
purpose.
the
A person
let's
did
say
that.
in the same analogy that there's a fungus that's growing on a map and it has a
You
purpose and that
actually
humans
just
did
hit a
that to
badass Among Us.
say it. What is it?
You just hit like an Among Us meme on by
I did.
complete
I just did
accident.
Among
You
Us.
had, like a
Um,
neurological
but so in
flashback.
that
But
analogy, the human has an experiment to do that as a purpose to create the
no, no,
best
but
subway station.
But but okay, well, yeah, I see what you mean, but no, there is no experimenter here. But what I would say is, in the same way that even if a human set up for that purpose, the mushroom is not doing anything different than it would in its natural environment. Like the mushroom is literally just trying to be a mushroom, and then we put it in a subway, and then it found the most efficient
Right.
way
I'm
through
just
that
wondering,
subway.
is the conquest of other planets is that it doing it on its own accord, or is something making it do that?
No, no, just a complete, just complete mushroom. It's the whole, every single thing that it does is a complete mushroom. There's
Yeah.
absolutely no intelligence to it whatsoever. It is completely and totally moving only as like a system. Like that's it. It's just one giant system that's trying to spread out. That's all it understands. That's the only thing it knows.
And
It'll kill
so
all of us and have no clue.
it's like
Go ahead.
they're inspired off of fungus and also insect. Would that also be kind of like a cordyceps vibe of like the zombie ants?
Yeah, probably something like that. But instead, the it's like the cordyceps is like the technology. So it's like you've got these weird mushroom insects with computers growing out of their fucking heads that have taken them over because they've evolved into it. So it's like they've like synthesized themselves with machines before they even figured out they were a thing.
But so
Very
from
fucking
the
cool.
beginning, are the insects and the mushrooms the same thing, or are they insectoids with mushrooms with technology?
I don't think they look anything like a mushroom or behave in any way like a mushroom, other than in the sense that they're less conscious than insects and they're as conscious as a mushroom. Like even an insect has like eyes and like can like see that it can like sting other wasps and stuff, right? Like a mushroom doesn't even know that. Like a mushroom literally just has like spores and then it drops spores and those spores move out and then those spores move out and those spores move out and it's like
Is
it,
that
it can
a feature that they cannot see, as in like they're blind?
it's not that they're blind. It's that it's a hive mind species that is at its peak as intelligent as a mushroom. So, in other words, like, um, it's not that they can't see; it's that the things that see are not the thing that moves the puppets, and the thing that moves the puppets doesn't identify with the sight. So in the same way, like God, right? You could say quote unquote God sees, right? And he can look through our eyes, but those aren't God's eyes. It's the same thing here. Where like the quote unquote God is just like the mushroom intelligence, which feels the desire to expand, and it's now doing that through these insects, technological insectoid creatures.
Yeah, yeah.
But so, anyways, back to the guy who's gonna fuck up those insects. You got this guy. And so, okay, so there's only so really think about it again. This thing is a creature that's built entirely out of middle fingers. Oh, I didn't explain this yet. The mouth, it's not a mouth, as in, um, it's not. Okay, so go back to the gharial. A gharial would have, um a bottom, top, left, and right. And they would be like flat. You know how like your jaw, like you can like feel the bottom of your jaw and like it's like flat, right? Um, Now imagine if instead, um, imagine if instead you had imagine if your bottom jaw was replaced with a middle finger. Okay? So you have no jaw, no bottom jaw. You only have bottom middle finger. But you still have all the other mouth features, right? So like you still have your face, you still have everything normal, but you still have like a cheeks, you still have like lips, right? You still have all of that. But the bottom jaw is this weird jointed thing that it makes it where you can open your mouth a lot wider, right? Now, obviously, our cheeks and shit would tear and like it wouldn't be able to handle it. But so now imagine your cheeks are rubber like this guy's are. And so now your bottom jaw is this middle finger, which is capable of opening ridiculously wide. Like, you know, those snakes that can open up their mouth so wide that like it becomes bigger than their throat and they can just like absorb things into their stomach.
Yeah.
That is what the thing that's what this thing is doing. Where like basically now imagine that four jaw thing I was talking about. Now imagine that's four middle fingers. And now imagine how fucking unbelievably terrifying it is to look at that mouth unfurl. It's a giant, it's like that fucking Star Wars thing that Boba Fett falls into in the sand, that like giant like teeth pit. It's like the mouth expands into a giant teeth pit. Like you at
Uh,
one moment you're looking at a snout, and then the next moment each finger widens up as much as possible. Each finger points in its respective direction. So the top jaw would point straight up, the left jaw would point straight left, the bottom jaw would point straight down, and the right jaw would point straight right. And then that inflatable flesh, right, that one giant cheek that surrounds it would stretch to allow this, and you would get this giant like fucking wall of teeth, of these
my first thought is
articulatable.
the Demogorgon.
Yeah, actually, I think that's really close. That's funny. I didn't even think about the Demogorgon making this thing, and that is, I think, ridiculously close. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure this was serving as fucking um, subconscious, uh, cannon fodder, fuel. I don't know what word I'm trying to put here, but
Some archetype.
actually, you know what? I didn't even think of that perfectly. That perfectly represents what I'm talking about. A Venus flytrap. That is what I should have started with. Imagine a four-sided Venus flytrap. God, that's so perfect. That's exactly what this is. A four-sided Venus flytrap that instead of the way, like, look up a picture of Venus flytrap right now. Imagine it closed, right? Not a Venus flytrap open, but
Yeah.
like a Venus flytrap closed, like a four-sided closed Venus flytrap. That is basically what this mouth looks like if you had the teeth piercing through the skin, piercing through what is currently the sides of the Venus flytrap. But so yeah, that's the basically what this thing looks like. Those like weird straight spikes, if those pierced through the cheeks or the sides of the Venus flytrap, and there were four rows of those Venus flytrap teeth, and that would be basically what we're working with. Um, yeah, weird. So okay, so I guess the way to explain what I'm saying is like, um, imagine a Venus flytrap, but now imagine that it's two Venus flytraps, and now imagine that each Venus flytrap makes an L with its mouth. And now imagine that you place those L's on top of each other so that they become a rectangle. So now you have two Venus flytraps, each Venus flytrap making an L, and then you have those L's placed on top of each other, making a perfect square or a rectangle. And now imagine that it's all connected and that those teeth uh, pierce